This is the StreetBeat.com CEO interview series, bringing you information straight from the top. And now your host, Steve Cannavale.
Steve Cannavale here with the CEO interview series sponsored by the StreetBeat.com. Today we talk with Mark Kay from Strikeforce Technologies, symbol SFOR. Mark, thank you so much for being with us. And where are we talking to you today from?
Thank you very much, Stephen. I'm in Edison, New Jersey, sunny and warm.
Very good. You heard you had a prominent booth to exhibit at the RSA show last week. How did it go, and what did you learn about where the security market and interest is in 2012?
Now, Steve, that's a great question, and it was a phenomenal show. The RSA show was sold out for the first time in many years. We had 3 times more leads than we got the year before. And the year before, everybody was talking about, what is out-of-band, what's authentication, what do I care about anti-keylogging. This year, everybody came in saying, I want to see your out-of-band solution, what makes you different than everybody else. Or I've got hacked and I need anti-keylogger software. So much more targeted, much more specific. We already have 2 deals from the show that we're working on, and one that's huge with a major IBM partner. So the business is developing from there greatly. It's a great show, one of the best we've ever seen.
Out-of-band authentication versus token solutions and other out-of-band products, why is that, and what separates you from the pack?
This is a question I love to answer. We came up with out-of-band authentication out of our inventor, Ram Pamaraj, who comes out 11 years of Bell Labs and Bell Core. We came up with this in 1998, and everybody laughed at us. And 3 years later, they said, cute, but never happened. 3 years later, nobody's ever used cell phones. Now, everybody's saying, boy, what perfect timing. So what's going on with out-of-band is since RSA got breached in March of last year, everyone started looking at other ways of doing authentication, 2-factor, which is now required by the FFIEC guidelines for financial companies and moving towards being required by HIPAA for the healthcare companies. And it's a much lower cost, more secure method of authenticating people, giving them more options and more methods without having to buy tokens. And people are starting to see that, realize it, and closing major deals with a very large financial firm that does the major student loans. We won that deal because of our flexibility, the massive number of methods, so we have the greatest breadth and depth of the competition. Competition only works through the cloud. We can be installed locally or in the cloud or a hybrid solution, and people love seeing that. They love seeing all the options. And besides that, we have the patent for out-of-band, which we received at the end of 2011, went through a 10-month re-examination, came out of that with 7 additional claims. So very powerful. The product is very strong, and we're dealing with a lot of interesting leads right now. It's getting very, very important, and we see a very successful year in front of us.
Mark, you're a J.P. Morgan guy. A strong management team I see is a critical part of startups and micro caps. What got you interested here, and give me a quick thumbnail of the rest of the guys around you.
Well, I came out of J.P. Morgan being there 26 years and thinking management and all that experience in running organizations and being responsible for their brokerage business worldwide would be the key. The real key is actually, which I didn't realize when I was there, is everybody I know, my relationships and my contacts coming out of there are freaking huge. They're every major CIO, CISO of a very major firm, and people love working with people that they've always worked with. So that's really been the biggest benefit of that. But Ram Pamaraj, who's our CTO and inventor, he is the out-of-band inventor out of his Bell Core days, coming up with new things all the time. We have a patent pending on our keystroke encryption product, which is becoming important to many different products in the industry. George Waller comes out of many, many years of sales in any industry, any environment, and very technical experience as well. So he really understands the stuff inside out. And then we have a VP of Tech Services who really works well with the clients and figures every solution out with them. So it's just phenomenal, hands-on all the time by everybody. The good news is we get to the point where we're going to be hiring more people because the success is really going beyond what we could do in several months. So we'll always be ahead of the game, of course.
He is Mark Kay, CEO at Strikeforce Technologies, symbol SFOR. Mark, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Steve. I really appreciate the opportunity. Have a great day.
Steve Cannavale here with the CEO interview series sponsored by the StreetBeat.com. Thank you so much for being with us.
You've been listening to the CEO Interview Series. For more information on today's markets, stay a beat ahead. Sign up for the StreetBeat.com newsletter here on our website. The CEO Interview Series is a StreetBeat.com production.
The StreetBeat.com is a publisher of news and opinions and not a securities dealer or broker or an investment advisor. For a full disclaimer, please see our website, www.thestreetbeat.com.